everybody, it's Mrs. Dixon. I want to go over a quick tutorial of Clever, make it a little bit more user-friendly for you, show you some helpful tips that we've put in as teachers, and then go over Pearson Realize and show you some tips there as well. First thing we want to do is look at these tabs on the side. You have your favorite resources, your links for e-learning, your applications and other links here as well. We want to make your favorite resources really user-friendly. So we want to find the icons and the apps and links that you're going to use a lot. We want to move them up to the top. So we're going to use Edsby a lot. We can hover over it. You'll see the heart. If you fill that heart in, you'll see that Edsby has been moved up to the top to your favorite resources. So let's go ahead and add the rest of the links that we're going to use a lot. We're definitely going to use iReady. You want to use your 60 minutes or do your 60 minutes of reading and 45 minutes of math every week. We're going to be using Khan Academy in math, so move that up to your favorites. You want to get your social studies and science curriculum. And Pearson Realize for math, of course. You'll be using Myon a lot as well for reading, science, and social studies. So once you've customized that, you can see your favorites tab or your favorites resources section is now full of all of the apps and links that you'll be using quite often. The next section I want to look at is the teacher pages. Teachers have been working really hard this week to put together some fun, engaging lessons for you guys. So not everyone has put things on their pages yet. Mrs. Walrath has some things on her page. On my page, I've put in a link to the Edsby tutorial. So if you go here, you can watch that beginning video that you saw the first time you ever logged on to Edsby. It's about 2 to 3 minutes. So I'll keep it tabbed here or saved there so you can go back and find it anytime you need to. Go back to the teacher pages. Mrs. Gibbs has been so busy. I love this. She's put up some relaxing music for studying for you guys. She has, let me see, the Star Spangled Banner so you can listen to it every morning before you're getting ready to do all of your lessons. Down here she has some extra music opportunities and some music games. So check out her page. She's put a lot of work into it. Now we want to go into this other page here. It's called Week 1. I'm going to be adding the links that you need for all of your assignments for the week into this section. So of course Week 1 will have the first week's links, Week 2 will have the second week's, and so forth. So here I've added the Edsby tutorial, again, in case you need to remember how to use Edsby. Your assignments will be listed there as well. The part that we're going to be actually graded on will be showing up in Edsby. On Monday, you're going to have to do a turtle's life cycle for reading. So I've put a link here for Myon. And then for science, you have to go into your science and social studies curriculum. I cannot put a link here to it because you have to log in through Clever. So you just have to back out of this and go into your regular plain Clever page, and there at your favorites tab or your favorite resources, you'll find your science and social studies there. But Mrs. Walrath does want you watching a YouTube video on how a plant grows. So I put that link here. Then you'll scroll down, you'll see we have everything for the whole week here for reading and science pretty much. Okay. And we'll back out. And now I want to jump into Pearson Realize and show you some helpful tips here. All right. There we go. You'll log into your math book. Some of your accounts might look a little different because you set them up and you may have chosen a different view on yours. So I'm coming here and I'm actually in a student's notebook right now, and they have an assignment that they have not started and an assignment that they have completed. I want to kind of look at both of these. The completed assignment here on telling time. Something I've found out this week about Pearson Realize is that you cannot use all of the items on an iPad. Any of the videos or the interactive practice buddies, the quick check, you can do all of that on an iPad, excuse me. So you can come here and you can watch your videos, but once it comes down to the student edition or the workbook pages, some of you were having difficulty with that. So if you do, I have a fix that I'm going to try. We'll see if it works. I'm not sure if it will or not. One thing I want to talk about whenever we go into your actual assignments, there is an easier way to communicate your answers to me. And I just found this out this week, so I want to share it with you. Let me expand my screen some so you can see all of this. It's not going to let me. Okay. Well, we'll just do it from here. Okay. I'll have to keep moving the screen back and forth. You'll see all of your tabs. This is your visual learning video, your interactive practice buddy. Those you should have been able to do on your own with no problem. You have, once you finish these next 2 items, you do need to mark them as complete here. When you are all done with all 4 items, you do have to click the turn in button up at the top corner. If you don't click the turn in button, it shows up to me that it is an incomplete activity and I'm not able to grade it. So please make sure you click that turn in button up here. Now the student has already turned theirs in, so it's no longer a black button here. But on yours, the first time you come to it before you turn it in, it will be a black box right here. Now, something I found that will make life a little bit easier for you is this notebook. And I don't know if any of you had found this feature yet, or not. But if you click on notebook, it will actually give you a notebook page where you can type answers. And when you type these answers, I will see these answers when I open up your notebook. So instead of coming over here and trying to handwrite the letters or creating the text box and moving the text box around the screen to get it line up the way you want it to, just open up your notebook over here and you can type your answers. Just click done and it will save that information to me. Success, you saved an entry. I'm going to pull this screen down. Sorry for jumping around. It won't let me resize right now. We always want to click that next button when you're in the activity. I saw several of you turned in workbook pages last week, but you only completed the very first page. You didn't click that next button. So you want to keep hitting that next button over and over again until it's no longer an option. Then you'll know that you were done. All right, so here on question, let me move my tabs down or pull my tools down, sorry. On question number 1 was done for me. Number 2, I had to actually draw in the hands of the clock. Number 3, I had the option of doing the text box, but as you know, the text box doesn't always, kind of line up. It's hard to get it to line up sometimes. It looks weird. So I chose to come over to my notebook and I put an answer over here. Please, please, please make sure if you're going to use the notebook, like for this one, only one answer went on the notebook. Please put the question number down so I know what question you're actually answering. So I put a 3 and then I put my answer of 8 o'clock. Go to my next page. And you can see here, I'm going to answer some of my questions. I'm going to go to my notebook. And because number 5 is something I need to actually answer, I'm going to put a 5 and then space it out. And I see that the time there on that clock is 9 o'clock. Number 6, I have to actually draw the hands in. So I'm going to have to come back over here to number 6 and actually draw in my answer. And guys, I know it's difficult to do this on here. So if you're just close and I see that the attempt is there, I'm going to give you credit for it. Now number 7, I can come back over to my notebook. I'm going to put a 7 to write down my question number, and I can see my hours between 12 and 1. So the hour is still 12 and this time is 12:40. So I can just put my time in over here. Now when you're all done and you have turned this all in, I'm going to mark this as complete to show you, let me know that it's all done. Once you've turned this all in, oops, didn't mean to go out of that. Resize my screen here. Protect the student's name that I was looking at. Whenever you're turning it in, just come over here and type in a note that says, look at my notebook. So I know that you actually used a notebook entry in your math lesson. Now, if by chance you were not able to open up these interactive pages, I have put in here '86 student addition practice. So if you click on this, it is just like a picture of the pages that you are supposed to complete. So if you have this, you can print it out. I don't suggest that because it's going to be a lot of ink, but you could copy it. You could have an option over here that you can download these, and you can use your tools on your computer where you can write the answers in over here. You can get a piece of paper and write down the answers to the questions and take a picture of that paper and send it to me through Edsby, or through, your parents can send it to Blooms to me. I prefer to try to keep everything through Edsby if we can, because then I'm not having to check all these different resources all the time. So if possible, try to use Edsby as much as you can. But this is an option if you're not able to get to the interactive pages. Try this. If you're having any problems, please reach out to me and let me know. Contact me through Edsby, shoot me a note here, a comment through your math, through the Pearson book as well, and I can see all of that. Guys, I miss you. I hope that you're safe. I hope that you're healthy. And I hope I get to see you guys soon. We're going to be doing a Zoom session pretty soon so we can all reconnect, okay? Guys, have fun with this and enjoy the time with your families. See you soon.